Hello, good afternoon. My name's Justin, and I'm going to show you how to make a conscious notebook. Now, what you need to make a conscious notebook is a notebook like this, hard, lines in the middle, small enough to fit in your back pocket, like that. Yeah, it must be hard. It's best not to have those rings because they're difficult to write, they get in the way, whereas a book like this, which is just flat at the back, is perfect. Okay. You also need a pair of scissors, a pen, some white sticker material, you know it's sticky on one side, and some contact, transparent sticker material, and some coloured pens. Now, a normal kind of notebook, or unconscious notebook, usually looks something like this, with lots of lots of lists of information, and there's no contents, there's no number system, there's no order. So if you want to, it's like every time you have an English class, you just write down a few notes, or you learn a new word and you kind of write it down, but it's just in one long list. And then later on, if you want to find that information, you just have to flick through it, and it's very confusing and it takes a long time. Okay, now the idea with a conscious notebook is every time you put a piece of information in it, you actually put it in a specific place which is recorded in the contents, so that you can find it afterwards. Okay. In this way, it just saves you a lot of time, and it helps you keep your thoughts in order, which is much better for learning anything. Okay. So the first part, doing the inside, the very first thing to do is to count the pages. Now you are going to use both sides, so you're going to have one book opening like that, and then you're going to have another side opening like that. In that way you can have vocabulary on one side, grammar on the other. Okay, so but the first thing you need to do, you need to split it in two, so you need to know how many pages you have. Okay, so let's count. Okay, 180 pages in this book. So what that means, divide the number of pages, 180, in 2, which is 90. So you're going to have 90 pages going in one direction, and then 90 pages going in the other direction. So we need to number the pages. So starting with the very first lined page is number 1. Just write it in the top corner. My pen's broken. Okay, I've got a new pen, it works. So we need to start numbering the pages. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once you've written up to 90, you turn it over and start writing numbers again from 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue right until you meet the other numbers right in the middle. Yeah, so in this case it's going to be 90 on one side, 90 on the other. Okay, now this is the difficult part. We get to the part where we have to put the sticker material on top of the book. So first you have to make sure it's big enough. Yes, it is. So measure it up without taking the sticky stuff off. So you can end up with a shape like this. Okay, now this is the difficult part. This is where I'm going to need my glasses. Make sure I get this this right. When we take the sticker material off, make sure we get it just right. That folds over like that. That folds over like that. That folds over like that. So that's the one side. Next, you go over to the other side. You're going to have to bring it up. Oh, I've got a bit of a bring that side over like that. And there you have it. So, if you have a look here, this side is going to be grammar. Okay. Now I've started it off. I haven't obviously finished or anything, but I start off with a few pieces of grammar. So you've got contents, yeah. You've got the pages there, and then the different each page. You obviously need to leave a few pages. I would leave at least 4 pages for your contents pages, yeah. And then, so I've started actually writing notes on page 5, yeah. So verb tenses, page 5, all the way to page 14. So you see I've written the verb tenses: the present simple, present continuous, present perfect, past simple, future with will, future with going to, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Okay, so you've got the page numbers, pages 5 to 14, verb tenses. And then after that, I've got irregular verbs, page 15 to 17. There we go, 15. On this one, I've only written on this side, so I haven't written 15, but I've just written 16, 18, 20, you know. So this is page 15. Irregular verbs. I've just started. Go, went, gone. You know how the verb form is: infinitive, past simple, and then the perfect. So go, went, gone. Make, made, made. Do, did, done. Eat, ate, eaten. You will fill up the book as you start learning things. Yeah. So you learn a new piece of grammar. You just write it on the next page. You write the title, for example, here, phrases with get, and then you write the information, and then you always have to note it back in the contents page. Phrases with get, 18 pages 18 to 19. That is the grammar side. Now we turn it over. This is the vocabulary side. Now if you look at the contents, we've got vocabulary by alphabet, pages 7 to 41. So that's the first half really of the vocabulary pages are by alphabet. So I've started on page 7 to give me lots of space for my contents pages. So you literally just do A, B, C, D, E, F. So that's the first part. Yeah, it's the vocabulary by alphabet. That just means that every time you learn a new word, you can just stick it down. You can write it down alphabetically. But if that word is a member of a group of vocabulary words, then you can start a new page with all of those words together. For example, if you learn a new day, like Thursday, You know, you're going, oh, what's jueves? Jueves, and you look it up. Oh, Thursday. Instead of just going to jueves alphabetically, instead of just finding J and writing jueves, what you can do is write a whole page of all the days of the week. So the next page available is page 42. So you got, this is where the alphabet finishes, and then after that I've got days of the week. Yeah, días de la semana. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In a little example, I played football on Monday, just so you can remember the preposition you need with days of the week. I go to church on Sundays. Yeah? So then you know, you've got that whole group of vocabulary on one page. That's page 42. So you have to write it in the contents, page 42. Yeah? Other groups I've got here. I've got months of the year. I've got numbers. Try to keep as little of your native language as possible. So this is a Spanish book. For the numbers, I'm just writing the numbers, the numerals, and then the English. So there's no Spanish in there. Same as days of the week. You don't need to write lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, because you know it. You know it already. You know that you don't need to write that. You want to keep as little of your native language in the book as possible, because you want to be thinking in English. So you've got numbers. What else? We've got animals, cat and dog. All the ones I got there so far. This was just an example. This is for a friend of mine. I just started the book off for her, and then she can keep going. Kitchen vocabulary. So we've got stove, blender, table, fridge. And all of these go down the notebook. So you've got kitchen, page 47. Go down to the contents page. Kitchen, page 47. So what this means is that when you're in an English class, or you're just in your normal life, and you learn a new word, and that word is connected with the kitchen, you can go, oh yes, I remember, kitchen, right, page 47, and you can write it down in your kitchen section. Yeah, and then later on, when you're thinking, oh god, what's licuadora in English? Oh yeah, I'll go to the kitchen section. Then you go to the contents page. Kitchen, la cocina, page 47. You go to page 47. Here we go, kitchen, 47, licuadora, blender. Yeah? That is the whole purpose of a conscious notebook. You can find the information that you put in your notebook much quicker than if you've got a notebook like this, where you're just flipping through all this random information and you have no idea where anything is, and it's just a complete waste of time. So now you have the book ready to do your own design. So I'm going to now spend the evening designing my book, and tomorrow I'm going to finish the workshop. Okay, goodbye. Hi, okay, here we are. I've done my design. I've already put the plastic on. Basically my design very basic. It says grammar notebook on one side. I'm no artist. And on the other side it says vocabulary. On the inside it says vocabulary. And it just means it's nice and smooth, and you can clean it whenever you want. And it just protects the book. Now I just want to say hi to my students from my online classes. This is the book that I said I'd make a video how to make. So if you guys could buy the materials and make yourselves a conscious notebook like this, it would help a lot in our classes. Now this size of book I only suggested really if you're the kind of person who will be taking the book outside. If you'd rather, because it fits in your pocket, but if you'd rather just do it on a bigger book, you can do exactly the same thing with a bigger book. Okay, there's no need to do the small one if you're going to keep your book at home. Anyone out there interested in anything my school has to offer, please go to my Facebook page, La Pacha School, and contact me through there. Thank you very much.